Hello, sister. It is your girl, Nine, and today I want to talk about friend or foe and how do we really know? So, I have my points, I have my topics, and I want you to inhale so we can exhale together. Let's dive right into it. Over the years, from young girlhood up until adulthood, I know that we have all been taught to some degree that sisterhood is important, choosing your friends is important, having a social circle is important. Birds of a feather flock together. Like, these are things that I'm sure we've all heard before. And I think that's something that doesn't get talked about enough is how do I truly know that this sister is my sister? How do I know that she can be trusted? How do I know that she's gonna hold my hand when I need her to? She's gonna be stern when I need her to. How do I know that I'm picking a quality person to have in my life and call her my sister? And this can even be applied to family members, not just sisters, but cousins, aunties, grandmothers. This can be applied in several different ways. We see it on the movies, we see it in the books, we see it in all of the propaganda that's spread throughout a young child's life, in the cartoons, up into the workplace. Like, it is everywhere. But this video is meant to help you understand what are the ways, what are the signs that I can be looking for to help with my own boundaries, to help with my own understanding of this person is good for me, and then this person may not be so good for me. So, point one. The question I want you to ask yourself is, how do friends and family view you? Now, this may not be as simple as going to somebody who you call sister or a close friend and asking, like, what conversations do you have about me with people? Right? Like, that's not gonna be a good way to really like break into that kind of conversation. The better way to do it is to just sit and peep. You don't have to be the one that's doing all the talking all the time. You don't have to be the one that's carrying the conversation. When you meet these people that are in your person's life, like the mutual person that you guys know and share, sit back and be quiet. Pay attention to the things that they talk to you about. Pay attention to the vibes. Pay attention to the way that these people are with you. Are they friendly? Are they nice? Are they rude? Are they bringing up topics that you know I did not share with this person? Are they treating you in a way that would reflect a prior conflict that you two shared? Peep all those things out. When people are speaking negatively about you, it tends to bleed over into their relationships with others, and it's really hard for people that don't know you and don't like you to hide that they don't know you and they don't like you. It's in the little conversations, it's in the topics that they choose to share, it's in the standoffness. Like, they may not want to even talk to you or approach you or have any kind of conversation with you really that's of substance. And it's like, well, why is that? Pay attention to that. That is a lesson that I had to learn. People would be indirectly telling me that, yeah, we've sat up and talked about your ass. But instead of me just listening in plain sight, I'm giving these people the benefit of the doubt. I'm going back and fact checking with my person, the mutual person that we know and we share. And it's like, once it gets to that point, you have your answer. This person is throwing swords at you, and they're doing it indirectly through somebody else. And even if you feel, well, it's meaningless and it doesn't mean much, and it just, my person, I've known her forever, da 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 da. And it's like, think about that though. For years, all of the things that you've been through, for months, all of the things that you shared and experienced with this person, and they're taking those experiences and they're sharing them with somebody else in a negative way. I am a firm believer that energy is like very real. And when we have people around us that are just spewing negative energy onto our own personal affairs, that puts you in a place where negativity is being welcomed in. And if you believe that you deserve good quality people around you, regardless of the years, then once you realize that they're sowing negative seeds with their own relationships outside of you, then it's time to go ahead and evaluate that relationship and possibly end it, because you don't want snakes in your grass, all right? And I know it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep my grass low. Keep it low and put the snake repellent out there. Put those boundaries down. No, I don't want people around me that have negative relationships about me with other people. No, I don't want to be the butt of your jokes. I can't do that, right? So on to point 2. What are the jokes like? All right. Now, with me being a darker skin, short, and sometimes overweight Black woman, I understand exactly what it's like to be the butt of your friends' jokes. And it is a terrible, sinking feeling, and it makes you lose respect for people. Pay attention to the way that people joke about you with you. People will negatively speak about you and they'll label it as a joke, when in reality, this is how this person truly feels about you. And if you're the butt of the joke every time, even if it's just privately or if it's around other people, this person is telling you, hey, I don't like you. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care to treat you with respect and with high regard, and because of that, I'm going to negatively joke about you. And knowing myself, like as the person that would be the joker, that this is going to hurt your feelings. If you know that your friend is sensitive about their weight, why are you making jokes about their weight? If you know that your friend is sensitive about their hair or their skin or their teeth, why are you making jokes about that? And even worse, why are you making jokes about that with other people in the room?
Shut up! That is so stupid!
This is your friend. This is somebody that you're supposed to carry with high regard. Because that's the way that I think about myself and others, that is how I want my friends to think about me. I don't want to be the butt of your joke. I don't want you to take moments that you know would bother me and you know that I'm like insecure to and I'm self-conscious about, and then you joke about it in a negative, joking way. Ain't shit funny, okay? I'm not finding anything funny. And if anything is funny, let's talk about you. You know what I mean? It's like, don't throw stones in a glass house. We can joke and laugh about me all day long, but let's talk about you. But then when you take it there, it's like now you're matching energy. And to protect yourself from having to match energy, watch the jokes, okay? Watch the jokes. So the first one is, how do their friends and family members talk about you? And that can be peeped through the energy in the rooms when you go around these spaces with these people, okay? And then number 2 is, what are the jokes like? Are you the butt of all the jokes? Are you being spoken about in a negative manner when they do joke with you? Is it a lot of mean and derogatory jokes? Or is it lighthearted, loving, compassionate, and equally as funny for both parties? If the answer is not yes, they're lighthearted, loving, and compassionate, and equally funny for both parties, then your girl might not be your girl, okay? Your girl might not be your girl, all right? Point number 3, can you call them? And when I say can you call them, let me break that down just a little bit. Can you call them when you are in need of something that's like important? Okay, you have an important event, you're having car troubles, you need your kids picked up, you need a quick babysitter, something happened, right? You may need a place to stay for a night or two. Maybe you got into an argument with your boyfriend. How are they handling that situation? Are they listening for a couple of minutes and then now we're talking about you for the next 30? Hold on, bitch, I call for me. What? Are they not being a safe space as far as, okay, they're helping you out, but the help is just not nice at all. Like, you told me I could come stay, but then when I came and stayed, it made me feel the most unwelcome as humanly possible. And you're supposed to be my sister? You're supposed to be my friend? What? You let me borrow money a week ago, and I told you I don't get paid until 2 weeks from now, and you're badgering me and you're talking about people online, about people who borrow money from you and don't pay it back.
It's getting weird.
It's like, girl, that's not a coincidence. Now all of a sudden you see every post to share about how people owe you money. Like, you are being nasty towards me, and you have to understand that just because people help you, that doesn't mean that the help is coming from a genuine place. And when people are not doing stuff genuinely, it tends to come out. I don't know when, like, I can't really pinpoint a time frame. I don't know if it's like the first week for some people. It could be within the first year. I'll say this: your self-awareness and your level of awareness of others, it needs to be so on point, to the point where it doesn't take you longer than 3 to 6 months to peep out if people around you are being genuine. Okay, if it's taking you a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus years to realize that people in your circle are not really for you, girl, that level of awareness is in the dumps, and we need to fix that, because your level of awareness is directly tied to your self-preservation. Because if you're not able to pick up on things, then you may be in something for the long run, and the long run may just take you out here, okay? And I'm talking physically, emotionally, mentally, like in all ways. I'm not just saying it in one specific way, okay? The level of awareness needs to be boosted so that you don't spend countless years and months and weeks around people who genuinely don't mean you any good. And then this really ties into my last point. Follow your instincts. What are your instincts telling you? If your instincts are telling you that this person doesn't really care about me, this person doesn't really, get me the way that I need them to get me, when I leave the room, I feel that this person speaks about me in a negative way. When I had this interaction with this person's friend, this person's boyfriend, this person's mother, this person's person treated me weird. The energy felt weird.
It's getting weird.
They spoke to me in a condescending way. All of this is information, and you can't do anything with this information if you don't truly rely on that self-instinct. Now, if you feel like, I can't really hear my own voice, I don't really know, and you're always questioning yourself, then you need to assess other areas of life, because that's trickling into that instinct, okay? So this means that you need to start showing up for yourself more. You need to start keeping your promises to yourself more. You need to start being consistent. You need to start being determined, and you need to start being disciplined with yourself in a way to where it's gonna shine and reflect into other relationships, okay, other aspects of your life. When you stop playing about yourself, then everybody else will stop playing with you too. And not because people just magically wake up and realize, oh, this person's not to be played with, but because you wake up and realize, I'm not to be played with, okay? You realize I'm not to be played with. And because I'm not to be played with, I don't play with myself. I wouldn't dare let you come in and play with me. And when it gets to that point where people are continuously playing with you, and you're continuously having to question yourself and go through these steps, then we need to take a break from friendships and relationships and just need to focus on self. I know. One is a lonely number. However, one is the number that you need to carry up most. Like, one is the number that you need to care about most. One Uno, self, you need to be top priority. You need to put yourself at the highest of list. You need to carry yourself with such high regard and high respect that when people see that, they don't even want to come in your life because they know what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to deal with. And if you find yourself in spaces where it feels like everybody around me is just against me, or I continuously choose people that mean me no good, then the problem is you. And you need to get you together to where you have boundaries and standards and a code of ethics and morals that you abide by within self to help guide the way that you live life. Overall, this is not a one-stop shop for every person, every relationship that you have. There's always context that can be applied to every single relationship, and nobody is perfect. So just because your friend or your sister or family member or whoever, your sister in this moment is somebody who fits a lot of these categories, then we need to also look at self. How am I showing up in this relationship? What did I contribute to this relationship? And what could I do to help change it if you want to save it? I understand that every relationship that we have that meets all of this criteria, we may not want to directly just cut these people off. We may want to salvage the relationship. And so then if it gets to a point where you want to salvage the relationship, then you yourself have to realize how you contributed to the relationship becoming this and what you can do moving forward. Some people decide moving forward, I'm over it. I don't want to try to fix it. I don't want to try to build it. I don't want these people around me. I'm going to move forward and become a better woman. And some people decide, I'm going to be a better woman and I'm going to try to fix these relationships. Neither is wrong, neither is right. Whatever works for you, works for you. I'm just helping you understand, to shed light on what's going on. I know that sometimes we can be in places where we truly just don't get the women in our life sometimes, and we truly just don't understand why certain relationships are the way that they are. And so with this article, Friend or Foe, this is really helping you understand better, is this person a friend or is this person a foe? And ultimately, you make that decision based upon the points that were spoken about, context to the relationship, and what you genuinely, instinctively feel will be the best decision for you and your life. Now, y'all, that's my timer. But I'm gonna go over just a little bit for y'all, okay? But when you realize that I have to cut some people off, you have to understand it's not going to be as easy as you may think it is. And you're going to go through some emotional changes. You're going to go through a cycle of emotional changes. And with that, you're going to want to relapse and go back to this person because of whatever reason being that you have for this person. You have to stand strong in your decision making, stand strong in your reasoning, and stand strong in the belief that I deserve good quality people in my life. And just because you don't fit into my life, that doesn't mean that makes you a terrible person. You're just not the best person for me, and that's completely fine. All right, if you want to read more on this article, the link is going to be in my description under my Substack link. That's where all of my articles are going to be. I talk about this in a more in-depth, personalized way on my Substack. I'm so appreciative that we were able to get through this and talk sister to sister. If you need a more personalized call, text, link is in the description. I'm here if you need me. Comment below if this video helped you and what were some things that you really felt in your core resonated with you and how you're going to apply it moving forward. I love you. All the important links are going to be in the description. I love you, sister. All you got to do is say yes.